Morning students, welcome back once again to the English classes. I'm really very sorry for the abrupt stop of yesterday's class, but before I continue with the rest of the portion, especially moving on to the next part, that is the third one, let's have a quick feedback. As you all know, the story is about the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram, and in this, the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram, though he have a big long queue of names behind him, but still he is being nicknamed as the Tiger King. As I told you, the reason behind it has got something to do with the tigers. When the Maharaja was born and he was just 10 days old, in the palace, along with the king and the queen, numerous number of astrologers were there. Those astrologers, they made a prediction on that day that this boy will turn out to be the warrior of warriors, champion of champions. But this but created a lot of mystery, and they were forced to speak the truth. And the chief astrologer, he said that this boy who is born to turn into the hero of heroes, warrior of warriors, will have to meet his death one day. At that time, the chief astrologer as well as everyone present there got the shocking surprise. The 10 days old baby, maybe lying down in the cradle front of them, spoke to the chief astrologer very clearly, asking him the manner of his death. And then the chief astrologer, who was amazed, he said, the prince was born in the hour of the bull, and the bull and the tiger are enemies, so the death of the prince will be because of tiger. The prince didn't get frightened. Instead, he growled and he said, let tigers beware. Then we came across the second part, in which we came across how the crown prince grew up and what all things he used to do. Then we came across his hunting of tigers. The crown prince, like all the other princes and the prince of the various states, he grew up drinking milk of an English cow, brought up by an English nanny, tutored by an English man, and he used to see nothing but English films. And when he became the king, the rumors started spreading again. It started resurfacing, and it reached to the ears of the Maharaja. And then Pratibandhapuram was blessed with numerous forests and uncountable number of tigers. The Maharaja, who believed that for self-defense, if killing a cow is not a sin, then killing a tiger can never be a sin. So he started on his tiger hunt. When he killed his first tiger, the very first target of his, he was excited and thrilled. He called the chief astrologer, showed him the dead body of the beast, and asked, or to be more precise, demanded, that now what do you want to say? So the astrologer, in a very humble voice, drawling out, said, you may kill 99 tigers in this way, but you must be careful of the 100th tiger. When the Maharaja said, what if the 100th tiger were also killed? Then I will tear up all my books on astrology, set fire to them, and I shall cut off my tuft, crop my hair short, and become an insurance agent. The astrologer finished on an incoherent note. Now, when the Maharaja called the astrologer and inquired and was very enthusiastic about his first tiger hunt, he was informed by the astrologer that, Maharaja, you will be killing exactly in this manner 99 tigers, but you have to be very careful with the 100th one. And then the Maharaja said, as we say, he was full of that power, and because of that reason he believed that he can do anything, and he said that, what if I kill the 100th tiger? And then the astrologer said, if you succeed in killing the 100th tiger, proving my prophecy wrong, false, I will set my entire astrology book on fire, and I'll cut my tuft. Tuft means the choti. And I'll crop my hair, and I will change my business. I'll become an insurance agent. My dear students, this brings us to the completion of the first two parts of this chapter. Now let's move on to the third parts. Before I proceed with this third part, very humbly I request each and every one of you to go through these videos, because skipping any of the videos will make you people unable to understand that chapter. And this part which I am going to explain now, part 3, in this very beautiful one incident has been mentioned, which is called as the ring episode, and in the board examination related to this question often comes. So now let's go for the third one. From that day onwards, it was celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting Pratibandhapuram. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. A proclamation was issued to the effect that if anyone dared to fling so much as a stone at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. Now, after the chief astrologer said that you may be able to kill 99 tigers, but you have to be aware of the 100th one, the Maharaja, it was like he was set on a mission. And then that day onwards, it was celebration time for the tigers in Pratibandhapuram. You know why? Because the kingdom very strictly banned tiger hunting for anyone except the Maharaja. This proclamation, is the announcement, was issued that if anyone will hit the tiger, killing is different matter, will hit the tiger with a stone also, all his wealth and property will be seized by the king. The Maharaja vowed he would attend to all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. Initially, the king seemed well set to realize his ambition. As I said, he had set one target, because he have been told by the chief astrologer that he might kill 99, but you have to be very careful with the 100th one, and that has created something in his head, and the Maharaja took a vow. And he said that he will attend to all the royal matters after killing the 100 tigers, which is his target. It seemed like as if though he was well set for attaining it. Not that he faced no dangers. There were times when the bullet missed its mark. The tiger leapt upon him, and he fought the beast with his bare hands. Each time it was the Maharaja who won. We are talking about tigers. We are talking about killing of tigers, hunting of tigers. It's not a matter of joke. Obviously, whoever gets involved into it has to face a numerous or dangerous situation. There were many times that when the Maharaja tried to kill the tiger, the bullet missed its mark and the tiger jumped upon him. But Then he fought the beast with bare hands. But the result, that it was always the Maharaja who won the battle. So in this way, the count was going on of killing 100 tigers. Now, the one which I am going to read out, it's an interesting episode. It's called as the ring episode. Now you all know that in Pratibandhapuram, which was a state with numerous forests and a good number of tigers, there the announcement was made that nobody can even throw a stone on a tiger, lest kill him. So because of that reason, it was only the Maharaja who was permitted to kill the tiger. In that particular situation, or you can say at that time, what happened? At another time, he was in danger of losing his throne. A high-ranking British officer visited Pratibandhapuram. He was very fond of hunting tigers and fonder of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. As usual, he wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandhapuram. But the Maharaja was firm in his resolve. He refused permission. I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt. You may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for a mosquito hunt. But tiger hunt? That's impossible. Okay, what happened? It so happened that one particular time came when he was in danger of losing his throne, means his kingdom. It so happened that when all this thing was going on, a very high ranked British officer, उच्च वर्ग के जो ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर थे, अफसर थे, he visited Pratibandhapuram. And this man was very fond of hunting tigers. Not only fond of hunting tigers, he used to be more happy on being photographed with the tigers he had hunted or he had shot. So as usual, when he reached Pratibandhapuram, he said, I want to hunt tigers. But the Maharaja, he was very firm in his resolve, means in his decision. He straight away said no. He refused. What he said to the British officer? I can organize any kind of hunt for you. You want? You go on a boar hunt, bear hunting, bhalu ka shikar. You can even go on a mouse hunt, चूहे का शिकार कर लो. We are ready for a mosquito hunt. If you want, आप मच्छर का भी hunt कर सकते हो. Means no tiger hunt, totally impossible. But you can go for a boar hunt, you can go for a mouse hunt, or you can go for a mosquito hunt also. This is what was told to the British officer. Now, the result of it. The British officer's secretary sent word to the Maharaja through the Diwan that the Durai himself did not have to kill the tiger. The Maharaja could do the actual killing. What was important to the Durai was a photograph of himself holding the gun and standing over the tiger's carcass. But the Maharaja would not agree even to this proposal. If he relented now, what would he do if other British officers turned up for tiger hunts? Now when the Maharaja said that no, I will not allow any kind of hunt, tiger hunt to you, but you can go for any other kind of hunt. I'll organize and give. At that time, the secretary of that British officer, he just sent one word to the Diwan, means Maharaja's assistant. In a casual way, I'm telling that Diwan means Maharaja's assistant, like how British officer secretary. And he said through the Diwan to Maharaja that the Durai here means the British officer, no need for him to kill the tiger. The Maharaja can do the killing. But the Durai, he wants to be photographed with a gun in his hand and his one leg over the carcass of the shot tiger. Carcass means the dead body. But the Maharaja was very adamant. He said no to that proposal also. Reason: he thought that if he relented now, means if he become lenient now, what if the other British officers also stand in a line asking for the tiger hunt? So he said no to this proposal also. Because he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire, the Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. What else was expected? Maharaja said no for tiger hunting. Maharaja said no for being photographed with a tiger killed by the Maharaja. So obviously, because he was preventing a British officer's desire to be fulfilled, he was in danger of losing his kingdom. So now, what the Maharaja is going to do? The Maharaja and the Diwan held deliberations over this issue. As a result, a telegram was dispatched forthwith to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. Sent samples of expensive diamond rings of different designs. Okay. The Maharaja and Diwan held deliberations. Here deliberations means consultations, meetings, discussions over this grave issue. And then they reached to one conclusion. As a result of that discussion, immediately a telegraph was dispatched to the most famous British jeweler shop which was there in Calcutta. And the message given to them was to send some samples of expensive diamond rings of different designs. Some 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent the whole lot to the British officers. Good lady. The king and the minister expected the Duraisani to choose 1 or 2 rings and send the rest back. Within no time at all, the Duraisani sent her reply. Thank you very much for your gifts. In 2 days, a bill for 3 lakh of rupees came from the British jewelers. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. So my dear students, when that Calcutta-based British company of jewelers were sent the telegraph for sending the expensive diamond rings of different designs, around 50 rings arrived. And the Maharaja, he sent the whole lot of 50 diamond rings to the British officer's good lady, means to his wife. And then the poor innocent king and the minister, they both thought that the Duraisani, means the wife of that British officer, she will choose 1 or 2 rings. Don't you think it was totally a stupid act? How can they expect a lady to select 1 or 2 when she's getting free of cost all the 50? But still, with high expectation, thinking that she will keep 1 or 2 and send the rest back, they send all the 50 rings. But in no time, the Duraisani sent them a reply. Thank you very much for your gifts. And she kept the entire 50 latest design of diamond rings as gift from the Maharaja. Very soon, within 2 days, a bill of 3 lakh of rupees came from the British jewelers. The Maharaja has to pay that money. But he was very happy that though he had a loss of 3 lakh, but still he succeeded in retaining his kingdom. So my dear students, I hope this ring episode is clear to each and every one of you. And I'll be proceeding with the 4th part in the next session. Till then, goodbye, stay home, stay safe.